Welcome everyone to our team meeting tonight. I'm super excited to have Megan on with us. She's going to be talking to us about scheduling social media. And the reason I asked her to speak to us is because she went on a 3-week vacation out of the country and she was able to schedule all of her posts and still work her business and still, stay present on social media, and it was pretty incredible. And she was telling me a little bit how she does it, and she's going to share that with you guys today. The reason that I thought I wanted her to speak now is because we're going into the holidays and things are going to get crazy and there's going to be lots of traveling. And I thought this would really help you guys to be able to still work your businesses even when you go visit family, even when your kids have a billion things going, and you can still do the things that you need to, the essentials to keep your business moving forward, but not have to always do it in real time. So Megan's going to share how she schedules social media with us. So I'll take it away, Megan.
All right. So I'm actually, how do I get the chat box on the right-hand side?
I can see it on my, so just click on the chat on the bottom. You got it?
Oh yeah, got it.
Sandra says, Megan is amazing and I need to get back into scheduling. I'm excited for this. So there you go. There's your first comment. Cassandra?
Oh, all right. So how do I get this over here? Okay, perfect. All right. So scheduling your content. I'm going to talk about a couple things today, and I think most of that, when I give you examples of programs and things, there's certainly more than one program that you can use, but I'm going to use examples using the programs that I personally use and have been using for a couple of years. So one thing I will say is, I think the biggest question people wonder is, why do we schedule our content? Why do we manage calendars? Why do we pre-plan posts and do that? I think the answer is pretty simple, because when we wing it, we don't work it. I'm a classic winger myself, and I always find that when I put my calendar aside or I don't pre-plan things and I'm winging it, my winging just doesn't work. So you lose your consistency, and you just, you lose your consistency, your visibility, your, everything that you're trying to bring with your customers and with your following on social media platforms. Scheduling your calendar helps you stay consistent. So I use a couple of programs. I use a program called Cinchshare, which allows you to schedule on any platform regarding Facebook that you're an admin of. So whether it's your VIP group or your business page or your personal Facebook page, that program allows you to schedule onto those platforms. Also, Cinchshare also allows you to share posts and save things. So if you want to compare Cinchshare to, say, Facebook scheduling is free. We can all schedule posts on our Facebook groups or our business pages and what have you using Facebook. But when you compare it to Cinchshare, it's kind of apples and oranges. And I say that because with Cinchshare, anything you've posted since the beginning of time, since you use the program, is saved in your history. When you look through your history, let me see if I'll pull it up real quick. When you look through your history in Cinchshare itself, it brings everything up, and you can then click on the posts and you can move them and save them into folders. It's basically a filing system for everything you've posted in the past. I like this feature because if I'm looking for an engagement post, I have an engagement folder, and everything that I've ever posted regarding engagement, I click, and I move it into my engagement folder. I can see the dates that I've posted it, the platforms I've put it on, and it allows me to basically recycle a huge history of posts that I've made and bring them back, for a second round, a third round, a fourth round, whatever. And I can do it in such a way where something I used 8 months ago, it was fresh 8 months ago, but now it's been 8 months. I know I posted it the last time 8 months ago. Now I can recycle the post and use it again. Let me see. So in Cinchshare, they've also have, I don't know if you can see this, but
yeah, everyone can see it.
You can see it? I don't know. Well, that's okay.
No, we can see it.
Oh, you can see it? Okay. So in Cinchshare, they also have stock folders. They have stock graphics and pre-made graphics for you to pull and use for your own postings. So for instance, like these are, I want to show you something. Look, they have Color Street. They have a Color Street folder. Can you see that?
There you go.
So they have a bunch of direct sales company folders that whoever you're a part of, it's here. You click on it and you can use the pre-made post that Cinchshare has given you. Or they have a bunch of stock graphics and theme party bundles. So let's see. I'm just going to click on this. Okay. So I basically just clicked on something that they already had. It preloaded, ready to post for me, and I'm just going to add some words and choose where it's going to go. When you know people who have Cinchshare, like I'm an ambassador for Cinchshare because I've been using them for so long. My folders that I have in, they do have Color Street graphics. So my folders that I have, I can create a shared link for those folders and I can share them with girls on my team. So I have a folder that's nail bar 1, a folder nail bar 2, nail bar 3, because I don't, yes, there is a monthly fee. I believe I pay $100 annually. So I know if you pay on an annual basis, the prices, it's less money to pay upfront with just like a lot of these programs are. But my folders, I will share with, yes. And I think it goes down to $7.99 if you pay for the year in advance, which is why you save a couple bucks. But, so my folders I'll share with my team because now the nail bars that I've created, in our Team Nailed It resource files, Kelly has provided us a lot of templates for nail bars and 3-day, 5-day, 1-hour party templates. And I basically kind of recreated that same system, but in Cinchshare. And my folders, I can share the links with my team, and then they can personalize the posts and make them relevant to them. But, it's the same concept of folder sharing and things like that. So that's a little bit about Cinchshare and posting on kind of like most of the Facebook platforms that way. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the actual calendar management. And something I want to share with you guys is it's a big, oh no, my mom is calling. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Do you want to take it?
I do, but I'll grab her when we're done. Sorry, guys. So when you're scheduling your calendar, something I do every month is I take just whatever. I take a monthly calendar, right? This is December because I was working on my content for December, and I print it out. I do this because I can then go through every day and I can kind of say, on Saturday, I do a thing called Saturday Selfies. So on December 1st, I filled that block in with Saturday Selfie. And then obviously a Monday Motivation, I always have that in my month somewhere. I use things like, I don't know if you can read this, but I'll read some of them off. I know I have Fun Fact Friday on here. I have Self-Care Sunday, Sample Sunday. On Saturdays, I also like to rotate between sharing a life hack and sometimes like a house cleaning tip. Thankful Thursday, Throwback Thursday, Way Back Wednesday, Flashback Friday. I mean, there's so much that you can kind of mold into your calendar each month. And that's kind of always where I start when I'm thinking about my social media and what I'm going to post and where I'm going to post it, because it does get a little bit overwhelming. When you think about Instagram, for instance, and how people, the experts, whoever they are, recommend posting, 2 to 3 times a day on Instagram, I'm like, 2 to 3 times a day. If I post 3 times a day on Instagram times 7 days a week, I have to come up with 21 posts a day times 31 days in a month. That's a lot of content when you're trying to think about that. So where do you print off those calendars? Stacy, I just Googled like a 2018 December calendar and I print it out. And I do it every month, and I kind of just block something in on the days. And that's really how you start when you're thinking about scheduling your content and how you want to manage your social media calendar, is start with a calendar. So start with your calendar. And when so I have a couple examples. Oh, okay. So this is something else that I use. I have a couple of these, and they're all different kind of things. I don't know if you can read them, but it's things like quotes, videos, announcements, quick tips, question of the day, memes. All of those ideas are things that I will block into my calendar. And then from there, I really just take one day. Maybe you need a little bit more when you're first starting, but focus on 1 week at a time, right? Take that. I usually do it on Monday morning, say, and I block out 2 hours and I say, all right, guys, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to remove all of my distractions. I'm going to log off of my social media accounts. I'm going to put my phone to the side, because I'm going to sit with my calendar in front of me and I'm going to put something in every single day. Some of the easiest things are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Why? Because Mondays are the start of your week. Mondays are motivational. Mondays, people have the Monday blues or are going back to work or just had things going on over the weekend. So Mondays are super easy because you say something about. So Diana, I schedule things to automatically post, but I schedule them for multiple times during the day. And then if I have a post that I know I want to post in my VIP group and I know I want to post on my business page, I don't post them at the same time. I stagger the post, even though it's the same content. And why do I do that? Because a lot of my customers follow my VIP page. A lot of friends I have that aren't in my VIP group see my business page. So I don't want the same people seeing the same post at the same time. I'm more likely to get more traffic and more engagement, even if the same person is seeing the same post. It's bringing engagement at different times on the post. I hope I'm explaining that in a way that's making sense. So start with your calendar, fill in your blocks. I have a bunch of sample, basically ideas that I can share with you in order for you to, fill in your calendar with things. But memes, Wednesdays, it's hump day. Wednesdays are always really easy. Fridays, it's the start to the weekend. You just finished your week. So the content, like I said, from Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are always the easiest. Start with the easy stuff. Start with Monday, Wednesday, Friday. When I look at my calendar, I say, okay, I can use the way back Wednesday, a flashback Thursday, or a flashback Friday, and a throwback Thursday. So I'm going to, since all three of those posts are kind of the same thing, I will take my first Wednesday, my second Thursday, and my third Friday, and that's where those three will go, because then that's 3 weeks and I've shared kind of like a flashback post, but they've gone on different days. And then, start with your next easiest thing, a motivational Monday, toss that in there. Then start with hey, let's start the week off on a Monday, something in regards to that. And then now you've had three of your Mondays are gone for the month. So that's kind of like where my head goes with that.
Do you think it helps to have like a daily trigger that helps you to know what to talk about? Like Motivation Monday and Tip Tuesday and, what you're wearing or what you're cooking Wednesday, stuff like that. If you kind of pick ones that you want to continue to use, I think that helps so much, because then you sort of get it consistent and it makes it easier.
Yeah.
Get a system and it makes it easier to be consistent. And especially with like live videos, because I want to encourage you guys to go live once a week, which you can't schedule that. But like, I just thought of a fun one that I'm going to start doing on Fridays called Foodie Friday, because I love food and I love to talk about food. And so I'm going to talk about like different foods that I buy and I like to eat.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to know, fun ideas of what to buy at the grocery store. So anyway, I love the idea of the triggers, like you're saying.
Yeah, I do. I started a Thirsty Thursday. So I'm sharing like a drink recipe, and especially because it's the holidays right now. I thought of that because for Thanksgivings, I usually make a homemade sangria because I host. So when I was thinking about something else that I can implement that's kind of a new thing over the holidays, I thought, Thirsty Thursday, I can share drink recipes on Thursdays. And when I share that post, guess what I'm doing? I'm picking a nail set that goes with my post and I'm posting them together. So I'm doing something that's personal. I'm sharing a recipe. I'm giving the ingredients. I'm telling them how to make it. But then in my graphic, I'm having a picture of the finished drink that looks super delicious. And then next to it, I've collaged, like when I did for Thanksgiving, I did a mimosa apple cider, but make sure you wear your turkey trots. So I had a collage of turkey trot with the apple cider, the picture of the apple cider mimosa. And then I gave everyone the recipe for that graphic. And I said, make this for Thanksgiving if you're hosting, or bring the ingredients with you. It's 2 ingredients, bring it to wherever you're going and wow everybody with this, apple cider mimosa. So,
yeah. Or you can even make it and hold the mug or hold whatever.
Yeah. So I had been, so I started doing that. But I want to jump back into kind of like social media a little bit more, and what else you can post and things to keep in mind while you're posting. There's something that I go by, and it's the 80-20 rule. And if you've never heard of this, and this is your first time hearing about the 80-20 rule, it's a really good thing to implement into your posting in general, because it's basically like 80% of your post should be non-promotional, non-salesy, while 20% should be directly, exclusively like business related, like buy my product, these nails are amazing, you want this. So out of every 10 posts, what does that mean? 8 posts are going to be something that's engaging and indirectly related to your business, while 20% are like in your face. People know exactly what you're trying to sell to them and what you're offering. With the 80-20 rule, there's pretty much, there's 9 real types of 80% posts. So what that is basically strategic marketing posts, this or that posts, ABCD posts, fill in the blanks, on a scale of 1 to 10, inspirational quotes, memes or GIFs or GIFs. I don't know how you say that. Educational, interesting, or funny videos, and life hack posts. So how do you relate any of those 9 types of 80% posts? How do you relate those to your business without it being directly about your business? I'll give you an example. When you're talking about strategic marketing posts, you can post something of you taking a sip of coffee, or you went to Starbucks or you went to Dunkin' Donuts and you went and grabbed yourself a coffee, and the barista spelled your name wrong. So you take a little snapshot of the cup and, you point to your funny name because you went in, my name is Megan, but they wrote Dave on my cup. Okay, thanks, guess I'm Dave today. So, you take a picture, you post it on social media, and you only talk about how Starbucks called you Dave, even though your name is Meg. But in your post, what are you doing? You're showing off your nails, but you're not talking about your nails. You're not saying a thing about your nails. It's strategic marketing, right? Because they're obviously going to see your nails, but that's not what the post is about. But your post kind of is about the nails because you're being super sneaky about it. When you talk about like this or that posts, you can do outfits. And we all know, we've all seen that you can put nails as accessories to outfits. So you can always do this or that. What dress would you wear for the holidays? And then, put a picture of the nails in with the dress. Life hacks, right? You can post anything on there. Like, what's something I did that I can, you can do, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now for an example, but anyway, that's a little bit about the 80-20 rule, and an example of what you can do to market your business, but not be in your face about the business. I think when we're talking about that 20% and what is directly related to the business, we all kind of know that. It's basically just, a nail post or something exactly like, did you see these restocks? Did you see this new nail shade? Did you see this? Did you see this? And anything that's, really direct about what you're trying to sell. Let me see. Oh, okay. So Instagram. I'm going to touch on Instagram for a minute. I feel like I'm very all over the place. I got a lot on my mind, guys. So I talked a little bit about Cinchshare and why I find that so valuable with keeping the history. Keeping the history of your posts, being able to recycle them, being able to schedule them out for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like Kelly said, I traveled for almost a month and I was out of the country, but before I left, I sat down and I scheduled my Instagram posts, my business page posts, and my VIP group posts, and I made sure that I had stuff going up every single day on all of those platforms. And some days, obviously it was multiple times a day, but that was when I really found that scheduling my content and managing a calendar was something I really needed to get serious about and really commit to, because I don't know what I would have done trying to find Wi-Fi and service and coming up with content on the fly and trying to, figure things out while I was trying to enjoy my vacation. It just didn't make sense to me. And Kelly kind of touched on it in the beginning of this. It is an excellent way to stay consistent, but she touched on this in the beginning. The holidays are here, so we're all going to be very, very spread thin and trying to do a million things at once. So this is the perfect way to get ahead of yourself and not lose any momentum in your following and in your engagement and, all of that stuff. So for Instagram, I'm going to talk about an app that I use. It's called Tailwindapp. And if you haven't heard of it, it's basically it's a virtual calendar app for your Instagram, and it does the same thing that Cinchshare does, which allows you to pre-schedule posts and have things ready to go and, go up basically in a flash. And it keeps all of your history and everything like that so that you can recycle posts. Who have commented on your posts? Tailwind works with Instagram and Pinterest. What I like about it is that it recommends hashtags for you. It pre-fills hashtags for you based on what you're putting into your content, and you can schedule. It takes the analytics from your Instagram account. That is analytics of you and who you follow and who follows you. And it runs those numbers and says, okay, based on the people that follow you and the people you follow, this is the times that your posts are most likely to be seen by and get engagement from based on those analytics. So what Tailwind ends up doing for you is...
Does Tailwind post for you though, or does it just prompt you to post at a certain time?
It was in the past just a prompt to post. So a notification would come up. You would open the app. And it would say, do you want to post? Are you ready to post this? And you would say yes. So a notification would come up, hey, Get Tipsy Meg, it's time for you to post on your Instagram account. So I would get that notification on my phone. I would open the app. It would automatically pull up the post, and it would say, is this a go? Are you good to go? And I would say yes. So I would click yes, and then it would automatically paste my content to my clipboard and open the Instagram app, load my photo, and all you have to do then is click on the Instagram box and go click. The little paste thing comes up. You click paste because it's automatically copying from you out of the app, and you paste it right into Instagram and hit go. Now they are doing automatic postings, but I kind of got attached to the old way. So I'm still have my settings up where it's just giving me notifications, and I'm just doing 2 clicks and I'm done. I will just say that when you use Tailwind, you will say, okay, it says when I'm giving you your calendar, because Tailwind, can you see these?
Yeah.
And you see how there's days and times? I don't know if you can see them in the boxes, but the boxes have days, and inside the boxes there's times. What I said to Tailwind was, I want to post 7 days a week, and I want to post 3 times a day on Instagram. And when I spoke about the analytics that it runs for you, it comes back and it says, okay, your best times to post, here's your calendar. It creates the calendar blocking for you. And it says like Thursdays at 11:30 a.m., 5:08 p.m., and 9:36 p.m. are my best times to post based on the activity of my followers and who I'm following. Friday, my times are different. Friday, it's around 11 a.m., but then it's 1 p.m. and 3:55 p.m. and then nothing else later that night. So you can see in the times that they give you how different each day of the week is, and how the different times are, you know, different on engagement in the app. And that's going to be different for everyone, because people who are following you, everybody engages at different times. Okay, that's nothing. So let's see. I have 116 drafts in my Tailwind app, and like it's just a screen like this. It's all drafts. Yes, Tailwind. How much is it? I think Tailwind, I also paid annually, and it was cheaper than what it is to go month to month. I do have a referral link that I think I can give you, and you can get 1 month free or 45 days free, something like that, to try it out and see if you like it. But it is compatible with Instagram and Pinterest if any of you have started diving into the Pinterest world and your color street stuff. I think what I like most about Tailwind is just that it runs your analytics and your best times to post for you. And it's really easy to rearrange your posts. If you just make a bunch of posts and create your content and get things ready to go, and you just move them from your drafts into your queue, and your queue is the calendar block that they give you and recommend to you based on, like I said, your times and things. What I will do is I'll just sit for an hour and I'll just put content on a bunch of different posts, and then they'll all just drop. They'll go right into when I say I want to queue them, they'll go right into the first available block I have on this page. This is the post page. So all of my posts that I queue, they just go into the first boxes, and then I can look at them and I can easily just say, all right, you know what? These posts are kind of the same. They have the same content. So I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to drop it down here, because I want to rearrange the order. And you can move them and shuffle them and put them wherever you want to go. Because I like to do maybe like a nail fee, something about my family, then something else. And I like to make sure that even if I create a bunch of posts about my personal life, and because that's just where my head is in that particular morning, I don't want all of them going back to back to back to back to back. So you can just arrange them and put them where you want to go.
And I use, just really quick, just so you know, there's lots of options. I use Planoly, which is kind of like, mine's based more on photos, because Instagram is kind of about making your feed pretty, and I'm a nerd about that. So let's see if you can see it better. But anyway, it just shows you, like, there's a whole, I just add a bunch of photos in here, and then I can rearrange them and add wording to it, and then schedule it to prompt me. And
for the notification to come up, right?
And I think it's called Planoly, and I'm pretty sure it's free for like you get 30 posts a month for free. And then if you decide to do more than that, it costs like $10 a month.
Do you pay per post, or you pay for like just if you go over a third?
It's like if you go over 30 posts a month, then you pay the monthly fee.
Okay. Yeah, it looks a lot.
Yeah, I think they're similar.
And something else I will share about, I don't know why I didn't grab my phone from the get-go. Something else I will share is that when you open Tailwind, do you see how it says down here at the bottom, suggested hashtags? That's what I was talking about before, is they're color-coded, and based on the color, you'll know if that particular hashtag, like for instance, if something is orange, it has a competitive like vibe to it. If something is the best hashtag for what you're trying to use, it's in a dark green, and it will pull based on your content, like I said, based on what you have written before on Instagram, what you've hashtagged before on Instagram, and then the content that you write to go with your post, it gives you the suggested hashtags at the bottom. And if you hit the little, where's that little circle? The little circle button, it will cycle through and pull up a different round of hashtags. So I like that too, because I don't really like to think about what I'm going to hashtag and what the relevance is, and if it's a good tag to use.
Okay, we have like 2 minutes left before it comes off.
So I guess if anyone has questions, you can ask, but I'll share something else when you're thinking about your content calendars. Something else that's really easy is national days and holidays, right? I bet you guys didn't know that today was French Toast Day. It's National French Toast Day today. Tomorrow is National Throw Your Leftovers Away Day. Surprise, surprise. It's exactly a week after Thanksgiving. So National Throw Your Leftovers Away Day is tomorrow. So there's a lot of places you can just go into Google and look at monthly, the monthly days, national days that are going on every month. And those are super easy to plop into your calendar. I mean, like tomorrow, I bet 90% of you are going to, in some way, shape, or form now, going to go into your VIP and talk about it's National Throw Your Leftovers Away Day. It's a week after Thanksgiving. It's like, no more Thanksgiving, guys. We're all Thanksgivinged out, so let's toss it away. So check out the national days of the month. Planoly. I don't think Planoly saves your hashtags, right? Kelly?
You can save them, but it doesn't suggest them.
Okay.
So, okay, we are out of time, but Megan, this was awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time to share all this. I think it's super smart to plan your posts in advance so that you're not feeling like, oh my gosh, I got to do a post, but I don't know what to do. It takes all the guesswork out of it, and it makes you be more consistent, like you said. So thanks so much, Megan. I appreciate this. And thanks everyone for hopping on. We'll see ya next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.